Welcome to That's on Them. We're your hosts. I'm Aspen.
And I'm Cheryl, and we're here to talk about life's challenges and how to navigate them.
Offering tried and true tips and tools.
Let's do this, baby. Hi, Aspen. How's my girl?
Hi, Cheryl. I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. You look adorable. I love your pink.
Same. Thank you. I like the white with the cute bows. That's so fun.
Thank you. It's very Prada. I had to. I just had to.
Okay. I love it. First, let's dive into Pause and Park, though. Great feedback. A good friend of mine texted me. She goes, I can't even tell you how many times I've used Pause and Park this week. I was like, well, I'm so glad you're finding it useful.
Yes. I'm going to do the quote this time. I usually do the drum roll for you. The universe is my university. I love this because we walk it, we talk it, we believe it, we literally believe it. The universe is my university. And why do we say that? And I mean, what's the best education in the world? The universe.
Life.
Right? Life, right? I mean, oh my God, it's vast, it's complex, what's the other word I want to say? Indefinite.
Yeah, it's infinite.
Thank you. It's infinite. That was the word I was looking for. Thanks.
I mean, the bottom line is, I remember you go to college, right? You go through all this schooling, you graduate and you get your first job. And I remember thinking, now I think, God, what did I learn in college? I don't really know. I mean, obviously I don't want to college is good, but most of my experience came from doing work, living life, experience. Just being in it. I personally, that's how I learn best. But so many of the lessons we learn and how we evolve is just through living and treating the universe as your university. And I don't want to toot my own horn here at all. But
go ahead. Toot.
But no. Some people have asked me gosh, how did you learn all these things that you've learned? How did you gain this wisdom? How did you come into this version of yourself? And I'm far from perfect, and there's a lot of growth to be had here. And this is just the beginning of all of it. However, so much of it is through observing and treating the universe as my university.
Absolutely.
Paying attention, watching people's body language, taking in, oh gosh, you think that and you think that, and they're totally different. Gosh, there could be room for both of them. So I want you to explain, what is this concept of the universe is my university?
The concept is 10, 100, 1,000-fold. The wonderment of the university. I mean, right?
Right.
The wonderment, literally the wonderment of universities out there. That's what university and the schools are about. But think about the universe's wonderment. It's endless, right? Like you said, it's infinite. The life lessons that we have, and boy, do we have a lot of life lessons. And the universe is constantly teaching us lessons, constantly. But it's how we adapt to them. It's how we respond to them. Right? And when you look at the universe being your university, you really, at least you and I know we've talked about this before, we walk a little differently.
Right.
We take life seriously, obviously. We have the ups and downs. We have our tears. We have our moments. We're humans. But when we kind of go, you know what is the universe teaching me today? And we have to go inward to really find the answers to that, right? So that, as I said, that complexity and that vastness is always there to tap into. The knowledge, the perspective, the inspiration. I mean, what other place gives you so much inspiration than the universe? And just think of nature in the universe. Come on, right? The waters, the oceans, the lakes, the mountains, the sky, the stars. It's the moon. I mean, you know me, I can go nuts on this subject.
Right. It's being in awe of the world around you and knowing that, God, you're not stuck. You're just in a position where the universe is trying to wake you up and direct you somewhere else. How many times, gosh, most recently, you have been in some situations and you've literally looked at me and said, Aspen, what is the universe trying to teach me? And
literally,
I've said, God, Cheryl, what is the universe trying to teach me? And trying to gain that lesson. And it's less about I think when you have this viewpoint of the universe is my university, it's less of like reactionary to whatever's going on in your physical world, but actually understanding the greater picture of like, okay, this situation is here to teach me whether you're in a good situation or in a bad situation. How can I grow and evolve? How can I become a better version of myself? And when you posture yourself like that, God, you learn so much. And you find everything just expands tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold.
And you're mentioning something, interconnectedness, right? What I love is like, to you, what is the universe foster?
Anything and everything.
Right?
Right.
So let's just mention some of the things that it fosters, right? Empathy, interconnectedness, community, even community with yourself.
Right.
Right? Mind, body, spirit. Connect all those chakras. The universe gives you those opportunities to do that.
Right.
What other things what other things can you think of that it fosters?
Love.
Yes.
Love is the greatest vibration of all.
Companionship and compassion towards others, compassion to nature, compassion for absolutely everything. Because the universe isn't up there analyzing or judging or giving opinions. It's just going, okay, we're going to give you this opportunity. What do you want to do with it? This is your university. Tap in, go learn.
Yeah. And I always feel, when things are going awry and you tap into the infinite possibilities of what could be, and you just go, okay, what am I trying to learn? That there's just this ginormous, warm, fuzzy hug that is surrounded, an energy of just like, it's going to be okay. Yeah. And guess what? I always like to think, this is really not that big of a deal. Whatever's going on, this is not that big of a deal. And I like to laugh and just go, and sometimes I don't like to laugh because I'm pretty serious and, it's really whatever I'm going through is the end of the world. But
absolutely.
Right. But then I go, oh gosh, this is so silly. Time to move on.
Yep. And I think that's the other thing that the universe gives you. I mean, even though there's no time and space, blah, 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 but it really gives you that pause and park that we talked about last episode.
Right.
And just allows you the opportunity to just be still, just be mindful, be still, relax, breathe, do something great for yourself. Eat that chocolate or that potato chip that I'm always referring to.
Live. I know here in the United States, we can get so caught up in our, crushing it and intensity and go and working and hustling that we forget that, God, all this stuff we're working for and the money, it doesn't go to the grave with you.
Nope. And like, to your point, people pop off so much. It's insanity these days.
Right.
And it's just it's just a little too much. But when you literally go, okay, universe, this is, and let's not always talk about like the things that we're trying to avoid of it. Let's talk about what's the gifts of it. Like, thank you so much for giving me the gift of this, whatever the gift is, right? That, and I know we're going to talk about gratitude in the next episode, but with respect to, wow, universe, you are so vast and so enormous that I can't thank you enough for giving me the opportunities that are here. Like, again, the universe is our university. And I know we have a question, but I could say this statement 100,000 times a day.
Yeah. And I just think, even going back to those dreams and desires, it's kind of like, God, you get these visions and you get these ideas. Well, they don't just happen to pop into your brain. Nothing is a coincidence in the universe.
Right.
Nothing. There are no mistakes, right? Everything is put there on purpose. Now, you get a great idea and you want to go do it. It's not a coincidence. Go do it. Go create it. Now, is it going to be challenging and might it end up completely different than what you had intended it to be? Of course, because you can't know the outcome before you start. But just remember that when you do get those hiccups or the breakups and the heartbreak and the disappointment and the fear and all the that can come with living, that rejection is redirection and it is divine protection.
Look at you, girl. Look at you. Okay, do we have a question? Because I think that we might be hitting our time. Let's go.
Okay. Hi, Cheryl and Aspen. Well, hi, friend. I hope you get to my question because after listening to this week's episode, that was the Pause and Park episode, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. In all honesty, I'm struggling with it. I find myself being so fired up. How should I differentiate between something that's worth forgetting and worth coming back to? Great question.
Okay.
Great question.
I'll tackle it a little bit. So it's just all about taking a moment to pause, acknowledging why you're pausing, and then parking it. Just, again, you could park it on the second floor, the 30th floor, the 100th floor, depending on the enormity that it weighs on you, on your mind, on your body, on your spirit, on your soul. If it is an enormous amount of weight, it's probably not that critical to overanalyze it and move on it, right? Just really depends on the circumstance. So I would pause and park that way up there. If it's something that's critical that you need to get to because you've been procrastinating, then you pause and you park it on the second or third floor because you're going to go get it. And you're going to pick it up and you're going to take that temporary parking spot and you're going to, again, it's temporary. You're going to go get it and fix it. So what I would say is give yourself a break, weigh it, right? Maybe write down a few things about what's weighing on your mind as well. And then just go, you know what? I'm so pausing this and I'm not sure what floor it's going to be on. I would always say that if it's weighing that heavily, park it pretty high up because time will heal it. Makes sense,
Right.
Aspen?
Right. Yeah, I'm sensing some like fire internally, which I totally relate to. When you're just like revved up and you just want to explode. I think what I'm hearing is it's less about what people are coming at you with and more about taking care of your internal system. So there's some fire inside of you. If you're being so reactive, it's not about the things that are going on in your life. It's about you and your internal world. And your internal world is totally dysregulated. And I know the feeling. So I encourage you to, when you have those fired up moments, I think you need to like shake it out. You need to like get up, you need to do a little dance, you need to put some music on, maybe you need to go for a walk, but you have got to shift the energy because I hear you trying to implement it, but the actual physiological response you're having is so intense that you almost can't. So we got to work on getting that toning the fire down. And the way we do that is through breathing, music, moving. Shake it. You know, like Taylor Swift says, shake it off, and then just put it on the highest floor.
Yes.
And we really got to take that extra time. If you're someone who wants to respond in an instant, you need to take 10x the time than the person that is a little bit slower to respond, right? Just give yourself the time, reflect, and like Cheryl said, park it high up because maybe a lot of these things, they don't even need a response.
Right. I love your answer, Aspen. It was really, 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 really good. So Nick say my answer, good Aspen's answer.
Well, you had a good response too.
No, I really like it. It was so spot on. Okay, I think that's kind of a wrap up for this episode. Universe is my university. Say it 1,000 times because we love it.
I want you guys to look at the world around you and just be in awe of it. You see a pretty leaf, be in awe of it. Kiss the leaf, kiss the ground, hug a tree. I want you to be in awe of it. And that's really going to tap you into the energy of the universe is my university.
Universe is my university.
Okay.
I love you too much, girlfriend.
I love you too. If you guys could please subscribe, rate, and review this podcast, it really helps us. Share this with your friends and family. We hope you are enjoying your summer. Please write us with any questions. You can DM us on Instagram. We love you guys. Have a fabulous week. That's On Them is hosted by Aspen Rocha and Cheryl Paoletti. Produced by Lauren Boone and edited by Sarah Buchynski.
Love you, Tots.
See you later, Tots.